Good evening again, folks. John back here again with another disassembly video. Probably one you've seen 100,000 times before, but why not show it to you again? This is my Sig P229 stainless slide. This is a 357 Sig model. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and drop the magazine. As you can see, it's loaded with some very nice hollow points. I can't remember what I have in there right now. Lock the slide to the rear and remove the round that's in it. We'll move this to the side. This again has a stainless steel slide. I've kind of polished the barrel up. Yeah, missed it a little bit, but it's all right. No big deal. Very accurate pistol. The muzzle blast from this is pretty close to a 357 Magnum. These rounds right here, I think they said we're going. It's 125 grain hollow point. I think the advertised velocity is 1350. Of course, I don't have a chrono, so I can't verify that. But I mean, you're talking 357 Magnum, pretty close to ballistic. So, in a semi-automatic handgun, the recoil isn't that bad, really, but the muzzle blast is horrendous. So anyway, first thing we're gonna do is take this one down. That's showing the other side as well. We're going to take this switch, flip it down, and we're going to take, this is a slide release, and this is the decocker, so make sure you get the right one. Pull down on the slide release and pull off. There you go. These use a replaceable block inside, so if that wears, you can replace it. There are a number of aftermarket parts and stuff like that, though I haven't found a lot for triggers. The only thing I felt is kind of gritty on this is the disconnector right here. This is what actually disconnects the trigger. As you can see, when I do that, you hear the click. So if I pull down or push down on it, it disconnects. So I may do some polishing to this area right here just to kind of smooth it up a little bit, because honestly it feels kind of bad. It rubs against the bottom of the slide down here, so in this little groove. So anyway, so from there we got the frame disassembled. Take the recoil spring guide rod, and we're just field stripping this. We're not taking it down to nothing. This has the factory Sig hollow guide rod. When I picked this pistol up, somebody had put a brand new recoil spring in it, so that's a good thing. You can tell by the white paint, it's not been, completely destroyed yet. So, and then we'll lift up on the barrel and pull out. And like I said, I did a polish job on it. Not a great polish job, but a somewhat polished job. This is probably the worst pot right here. And a little bit on the barrel, you can tell still looks a little black, but it did smooth out the action a little bit. This has become one of my favorite guns, besides the fact that I use a high thumb hold like this, and when you do, this little block of plastic right here really digs into your thumb. So, shooting it like this is okay and comfortable, but that's not really how I usually hold handguns. So the plan is to get the E2 grip or something else that's flatter here. I like the decock function. I don't believe that you should have a safety on a carry gun, and I do carry this gun occasionally. My personal preference, you may differ, but all my Berettas, things like that, I've always had converted to decocker only, because I just don't see a point in the safety. Glocks, anything that's striker fired, whatever, if it's in a good holster, you shouldn't need a safety. Keep your finger off the trigger until it's ready to be fired, and you're fine. Anyway, you can see the inside machining of the slide. I mean, it's Sig quality, honestly. Even though it's made in, this one is made in Exeter, New Hampshire. This is a US made slide and frame. This is not a German made frame. But still a good gun. So reassemble, we're just going to drop our barrel back in with the lugs facing up. Drop our spring back in. There we go. We're going to take it, slide it on the frame rails here. Like so. We're going to take, and don't forget, this is your slide lock. Lock it back, flip that back forward, and we're going to do a functions check. This one, you can actually pull the trigger, hold the trigger to the rear, and you should get reset, and we do. So this one is good to go, and the decocker is still functional. So there you go. That's a Sig P229. So let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.